It's a process that doesn't happen overnight. When you depersonalize another person and view them as just an object for pleasure instead of a living, breathing human being.
Hoje vamos explorar as histórias mais sombrias e aterrorizantes que a humanidade já conheceu. Serial killers, indivíduos que quebraram todas as barreiras do aceitável, cometeram crimes indescritíveis e deixaram um rastro de dor e perplexidade por onde passaram. Mas, afinal, o que leva uma pessoa a se tornar um assassino em série? Será que é o ambiente em que cresceu, um transtorno psicológico profundo ou algo que vai além da nossa compreensão? Neste vídeo, você conhecerá figuras como Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Pedro Alonso Lopes e outros assassinos cujas ações foram tão brutais que parecem histórias de terror, mas são tristemente reais. Prepare-se para uma jornada profunda e inquietante que mergulha na mente humana em seu estado mais sombrio. E lembre-se, se você gosta de conteúdos intrigantes como este, deixe seu like, inscreva-se no canal e ative o sininho para receber notificações. Agora, respire fundo e venha conosco explorar o lado mais obscuro da história humana. O que é um serial killer? Antes de entrarmos nas histórias chocantes, precisamos entender o que define um serial killer. Esses indivíduos não são simples criminosos. Eles operam de maneira metódica, muitas vezes seguindo um padrão que reflete suas obsessões, traumas ou desvios psicológicos. Para ser considerado um serial killer, um assassino precisa cometer 3 ou mais homicídios em momentos separados, com um intervalo entre eles conhecido como período de resfriamento. Mas o que realmente diferencia um serial killer de outros criminosos é sua motivação. Muitos deles matam não apenas por impulso, mas por prazer, vingança ou para satisfazer fantasias macabras. Essas motivações frequentemente vêm acompanhadas de características como narcisismo extremo, dificuldade em sentir empatia e uma habilidade assustadora de manipular as pessoas ao seu redor. Alguns serial killers, como Ted Bundy, eram mestres da dissimulação, aparentando ser pessoas normais ou até mesmo exemplares. Outros, como Jeffrey Dahmer, deixavam transparecer comportamentos estranhos, mas ninguém imaginava o que eles realmente faziam em segredo. Independentemente do perfil, a capacidade de enganar e de se integrar à sociedade é uma das razões pelas quais esses assassinos conseguem agir por tanto tempo sem serem descobertos. E o que faz dessas histórias tão impactantes? Talvez seja o fato de que, ao contrário dos monstros fictícios dos filmes de terror, esses criminosos são reais. Eles não vivem em universos paralelos ou em pesadelos, mas no mundo que habitamos. A seguir, vamos mergulhar em alguns dos casos mais assustadores da história. Ted Bundy, o charme mortal. Ted Bundy é o exemplo perfeito de como a aparência pode enganar. Alto, bonito, carismático e bem articulado, ele parecia o último tipo de pessoa que alguém desconfiaria. Bundy usava sua inteligência e charme para atrair vítimas, geralmente mulheres jovens, que confiavam nele por sua postura amigável. Ele se fazia passar por alguém inofensivo, como um homem com o braço engessado que precisava de ajuda para carregar livros ou outros objetos pesados. No entanto, uma vez que suas vítimas estavam vulneráveis, ele as atacava brutalmente. Bundy era metódico e extremamente calculista, o que dificultava sua captura. Suas ações foram tão impactantes que ele se tornou um dos primeiros serial killers a atrair atenção mundial, especialmente após sua fuga espetacular de um tribunal em 1977, onde ele pulou de uma janela para escapar. Bundy confessou ter assassinado 30 mulheres, mas especialistas acreditam que o número real seja muito maior. Seus crimes não se resumiam ao assassinato, ele também cometia abusos e mutilações em suas vítimas, muitas vezes retornando aos locais onde os corpos estavam para reviver seus crimes. Apesar de tudo, ele conseguia manipular a todos ao seu redor, incluindo sua própria defesa no tribunal, onde agiu como seu próprio advogado. O caso de Ted Bundy é um lembrete sombrio de que o mal pode se esconder atrás de rostos amigáveis. Ele foi condenado à morte em 1989, mas suas ações continuam a ser estudadas por criminologistas e psicólogos em busca de respostas para o comportamento humano extremo. Aileen Wuornos, a assassina da estrada. Diferente de outros serial killers que atraíam vítimas em silêncio, Aileen Wuornos ficou conhecida como a assassina da estrada. Entre 1989 e 1990, ela matou 7 homens na Flórida, afirmando que agiu em legítima defesa após tentativas de abuso sexual. A história de Wuornos é marcada por uma infância traumática, abuso constante e uma vida inteira de rejeição social. Wuornos era uma trabalhadora sexual e escolhia seus clientes na estrada, onde os levava para locais isolados antes de cometer os crimes. Apesar de sua alegação de autodefesa, a brutalidade dos assassinatos e a ausência de provas claras levantaram muitas dúvidas. Sua vida foi um ciclo de tragédias, ao mesmo tempo, de revolta contra as injustiças que ela acreditava ter sofrido. Ela foi condenada à morte e executada por injeção letal em 2002. Mas sua história continua a dividir opiniões entre aqueles que a veem como uma vítima da sociedade e aqueles que a consideram uma assassina fria. Andrei Chikatilo, o açougueiro de Rostov. Andrei Chikatilo, também conhecido como o açougueiro de Rostov, foi responsável por uma série de crimes brutais na União Soviética. Entre 1978 e 1990, ele matou pelo menos 52 pessoas, incluindo mulheres e crianças. Chikatilo cresceu em meio à pobreza extrema e em um ambiente de violência, o que contribuiu para seu desenvolvimento psicológico perturbador. Suas vítimas eram atraídas com promessas de dinheiro ou comida, mas acabavam sendo assassinadas de forma brutal. Chikatilo mutilava seus corpos, deixando cenas de crime que chocavam até os policiais mais experientes. Por anos, ele conseguiu escapar da justiça devido à falta de tecnologia forense e a erros nas investigações. Ele foi finalmente capturado em 1990 e confessou seus crimes com frieza. Durante o julgamento, ficou claro que Chikatilo via suas vítimas como objetos para satisfazer suas fantasias distorcidas. Ele foi executado por fuzilamento em 1994, mas seus atos ainda são lembrados como alguns dos mais terríveis já registrados. Pedro Alonso Lopes, o monstro dos Andes. Na América do Sul, Pedro Alonso Lopes, também conhecido como o Monstro dos Andes, é responsável por um dos maiores números de assassinatos registrados. Lopes foi condenado por mais de 110 homicídios, mas afirmou ter matado mais de 300 meninas na Colômbia, Equador e Peru. Suas ações eram friamente calculadas. Ele escolhia vítimas em comunidades pobres, atraindo-as com promessas de presentes. Após cometer os crimes, ele escondia os corpos em locais remotos, dificultando sua localização. O mais chocante é que Lopes foi libertado da prisão devido a falhas judiciais. Até hoje, seu paradeiro é desconhecido, e ele continua sendo uma figura que representa o pior da natureza humana. Reflexão e conclusão. Essas histórias de terror real nos mostram o quão longe a mente humana pode ir. Elas nos desafiam a entender como pessoas aparentemente normais podem cometer atos tão brutais. Mas essas histórias também nos alertam sobre a importância de identificar comportamentos perigosos antes que seja tarde demais. Compartilhe nos comentários qual dessas histórias mais te impactou e se conhece outros casos que deveriam estar nesta lista. Curta o vídeo, inscreva-se no canal e ative as notificações para mais conteúdos como este. Até o próximo vídeo!
I think it was around age 14 or 15. Started having obsessive thoughts of violence intermingled with sex. And it just got worse and worse. I didn't know how to tell anyone about it, so I didn't. I just kept it all inside. I started saving the skeletons and preserving other parts, and one thing led to another. It took more and more deviant type behaviors to satisfy my urges, and so it just spiraled out of control.
Why the cannibalism?
It made me feel like they were a permanent part of me. Besides the just mere curiosity of what it would be like, it made them feel that they were a part of me, and it gave me a sexual satisfaction to do that.
Was it the killing that excited you, or is it what happened after the killing?
No, the killing was just a means to an end. That was the least satisfactory part. I didn't enjoy doing that. That's why I tried to create living zombies with muriatic acid in the drill, but it never worked. No, the killing wasn't the objective. I just wanted to have the person under my complete control.
It was about a 1 foot square box, metal and wood box.
My dad one week came to visit and happened to see it, and he was wondering what was in it. He didn't know. Nobody knew.
And I said, Jeff, open it up. I just want to see what's in there.
We got into a bit of an argument because I wouldn't open it up.
And I said, Jeff, open it up, or I'm going to just take it down into the basement and get a screwdriver or something and open it up.
I was thinking, I've got to stop this from happening.
He got angry, very visibly agitated.
I thought, you know, it's all going to come crashing down now.
Not fathoming what could be in that box, I said, okay, we'll just open it up tomorrow then, and then let's get rid of it, whatever it is.
What was in the box?
The mummified head and genitals of a young man I met in one of the bars down in Milwaukee. But the box was never opened, not in my dad's presence. And so the lies continued. And I met this guy at one of the bars, downtown Milwaukee bars. We went back to the hotel, just planning on getting drunk. I had put some sleeping pills in his drink to render him unconscious. And was just going to spend the night with him. When I woke up in the morning, my forearms were bruised, and his chest was bruised, and blood was coming out of his mouth. He was hanging over the side of the bed, and I have no memory of beating him to death, but I must have. And that's when it all started again.
And once it started again, you found it impossible to stop.
Right, that's when the obsession went into full swing.
Did you ever tell yourself, I have to stop this? I must stop doing this?
Yes.
When it was going on?
After the second time, it seemed like the compulsion to do it was too strong, and I didn't even try to stop it after that. But before the second time, things had been building up gradually, going to bookstores, going to the bars, the gay bars, bath clubs. When that wasn't enough, buying sleeping pills and using it on various guys in the bath clubs. It just escalated slowly but surely. And after the second time, which was not planned, it was out of control. It felt like it was out of control.
Where did sex enter in to the killings, Jeff?
It was a big part of it. My only objective was to find the best-looking guy that I could. Their sexual preference didn't matter to me.
Did their race matter to you?
No, their race didn't matter to me. The first two young men were white. The third young man was American Indian. The fourth and fifth were Hispanic. So no, race had nothing to do with it. It was just their looks.
Was there something sexual in the dismemberment of the bodies for you?
As time went on, yes, I did get there was a sexual part to that. I started saving the skeletons and preserving other parts, and one thing led to another. It took more and more deviant type behaviors to satisfy my urges, and so it just spiraled out of control.
Why the cannibalism?
It made me feel like they were a permanent part of me. Besides the just mere curiosity of what it would be like, it made them feel that they were a part of me, and it gave me a sexual satisfaction to do that.
Was it the killing that excited you, or is it what happened after the killing?
No, the killing was just a means to an end. That was the least satisfactory part. I didn't enjoy doing that. That's why I tried to create living zombies with muriatic acid in the drill, but it never worked. No, the killing wasn't the objective. I just wanted to have the person under my complete control, not having to consider their wishes, being able to keep them there as long as I wanted. It's not easy to say that, but that's what the motive was.
Where did that need for control come from? Do you have any idea?
I don't know, maybe I felt I had no control as a child or young adult, and that got mixed in with my sexuality, and I ended up doing what I did was my way of feeling in complete control, at least for that situation, creating my own little world where I had the final say, finding the best looking guy that I could, and having total mastery over him for as long as I wanted. Lust played a big part of it, controlling lust. That was the motive, right there.
A lot of this came out in the course of the trial. Obviously, both of you sat through this. Have the two of you sat down and talked about these things before?
No, not in depth.
This is the first time you're talking about these things with
I've talked
your
about
dad
it
here.
at great length with psychiatrists, court-appointed psychiatrists, psychologists, but not with my family.
We learned everything at the trial and in the confessions and that sort of thing after the fact.
The two of you never really communicated all that much, did you, father and son?
Not on any deep.
Okay, first of all, it seemed like a normal apartment. When we got inside, he turned off burglar alarms. I asked him why. First, it was a foul odor, okay?
Tell us about that. What kind of an odor?
It was just like an odor. I didn't quite know what it was. You know, he told me a sewer pipe had broke and management would take care of it.
Now, you're fully clothed,
Yes.
okay, and you're sitting on a couch,
Right.
and he talks to you about this posing, and you weren't sure you're going to do it.
Right.
How much had you been offered to do the posing?
$100.
Okay. And when he brings you the beer, he brings you rum and Coke?
Yeah, he brings the beer first, and then he brings the rum and Coke.
Okay, when you start talking about the fish in the fish tank, do you bring that up or does he?
He does.
And what do you do when he does that?
I turn to the right, like the fish tank is here. I'm turning all the way over here.
You turn to your right to look at it?
To look at the fish tank, right.
And when that happens, what happens to you?
All of a sudden, a handcuff and a knife is pulled on me.
Handcuff is placed on your body? Where?
On my left wrist.
And you see a knife.
Yeah, the knife, yeah.
Now, at that moment, what do you do?
First, I feel fear. Then I ask him what's going on. You know, this is not necessary, you know, to pull a knife on me at that
Are you
moment.
afraid?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to know why he did that?
None whatsoever.
Did you have any idea at that time it was going to happen?
No.
Did that room have a TV set in it?
Yes.
Was there anything going on the TV?
Yeah, the Exorcist movies was playing at that time.
There was an Exorcist movie on. You know which one of them?
The name, I'm not sure. I think it's 3. I'm not sure which one.
So there was a movie. Did you know it to be part of television or a VCR?
VCR, normally that's not on regular television, so I thought it was VCR.
You knew there was a movie showing.
Right.
Did you see him put it on, or was it on?
No. When we first got into the apartment, he went through the back to the back bedroom. Maybe he put it on then. I'm not sure.
Okay. And then what happened? You're both sitting on the bed?
Yes.
Are you still in handcuffs?
Yes.
Is he holding the handcuff?
Right.
You still have the knife?
Right.
Is it pointed at your side, as you've told us before?
Right.
You trying to be cool?
Very much so.
You're not fighting with him?
No.
What's your intention? What are you planning on doing?
getting away. I was contemplating on at the point jumping out the window. I was basically talking with this person, trying to let him know I was his friend.
As you were sitting there on the bed, when he had you by the handcuff and a knife at your side, at that time, which would have been maybe 7 o'clock?
Something like that.
What